What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more Ultravox, and we're returning to Lament, 1984. And the next tune in the playlist is A Friend I Call Desire. So, I like the phrasing, there's a bit of poetry to it. Of course, desire is a strong compulsion, a psycho-emotional want of something, and I think oftentimes desire is used specifically for psychosexual want, and in that regard it sounds like the narrator is designating desire as his or her friend. Now, of course, desire can make you behave in ways that are perhaps not rational, or that are reckless or strong as it relates to mores or social values or expectations, meaning desire can lead you into the taboo or into the dangerous. Of course, desire can be felt and exhibited more healthily, shall we say. And again, there's no clear indication this relates to psychosexual desire, but yeah, it sounds like the narrator is regarding his or her desire as a positive force in their behavior. Obviously, that may be their own perception, distinct from others. So let's see what I can pick up on a first listen. This is Ultravox. The tune is A Friend I Call Desire, and it's from their 1984 album, Lament. really interesting and compelling sonics in this one. First of all, even though it was one of the more subtle layers, what was really standing out to me are those background like organ chords, of those like pad organ chords underneath that kind of lead melody, which I think was guitar and had a bit of a, you know, mysterious edge to it. There was also a sound, and I think maybe it was also a guitar, but there was like this kind of chattery type of layer that almost sounded like an animal or like a bird type of sound. I don't know like if I was hearing that exactly right. But then of course there's the lead vocals, they're like backing female vocals, I think. And yeah, it had like these sort of like immersive qualities to it, and I think there were some like, I don't know if they were string synths, but again there were some layers in there that like they fit with the guitar work on like the top of the track, I think, quite well. And as much as I can understand it lyrically, it sounds like number one, he's actually in a couple different minds about this desire, like referring to it as his friend and speaking a lot to how he manifests it, more on that in a moment. But he even calls it my enemy desire at some point, so seemingly acknowledging that it might make him act less than fully morally or more recklessly or with want that is not entirely in his control. He also seems to be like contrasting his engagement with desire with another person, seemingly saying like, you know, you give for love desire and he like takes from it, then saying like they live for desire and he'll lie for it. The idea that, again, it sounds like the other person is more conventional or more normative, or like what they're supposed to be doing in terms of like desire and deep feeling and so on, where it sounds like the narrator's saying like, you know, it drives me crazy and I'm like, with lust and want in my mind, I will I'll lie for it. I'll do things that are considered immoral because of this driving force of desire, and thus maybe that's why he's also calling it his enemy, because he's aware that it maybe makes him go too far or do things that otherwise he would be disinclined to do immorally. So yeah, it feels like, again, he's talking about desire in a way that is a bit self-contradictory and also contrasting his engagement with it or his expression of it relative to this other person who sounds, again, more normal or healthily adjusted to the desire. But yeah, I enjoy Midge's vocals. I think he sounds very good, and as I said, I enjoy the keyboards in a couple different respects, as well as the guitar work, which had that one sort of, again, mysterious kind of energetic riff, almost reminded me a bit of like a Castlevania theme, which again, only video game players from the 80s will know what I'm talking about. But there was also a guitar which was kind of like more standard, like synth rock or something. But yeah, I enjoyed how those parts engaged with or mixed with the like over kind of organ keyboard layer. So yeah, a cool tune. I'm curious to hear what people have to say about it. Let me know, and Luca and I will see you next time. Peace.